Huh. Oh, looks like I'm going old school today. So yeah, if we're going to talk about the Wii's 15th anniversary, if we're going to talk about more classic anniversaries, there's one rule I'm going to do. Old school. And it's the closest I can get to a classic M64 boost look. But anyways, let's get to it. Now, a lot of people loved the GameCube back in the day, do not get me wrong. But sadly, just like the Wii U, the GameCube was a failure, was a result of a timing and competition. The GameCube was released just months before the Xbox was, and the PS2 was released just a year prior. Ultimately, completion from two powerhouse consoles was way too much for the GameCube to handle. So Nintendo decided to make the Wii, and that's where the Wii was born. And let me guys tell you something, the Wii was a major classic when I was little. Let me tell you guys something, Wii Sports was the very first game I played. Yeah, I can't. Sorry I couldn't use this in my editing software. It's just that this song is too nostalgic to listen to, and yeah. Wii Sports, you guys, oh come on, you guys remember Wii Sports, right? Wii Sports was a classic. It was the very first Wii game I've ever played, and by the looks of it, it was very fun. But there was another classic game I played on the Wii, only a tiny bit when I was little, unfortunately, and it was Star Wars: The Clone Wars Lightsaber Duels. Soon, when Clone Wars hit theaters and when Cartoon Network began, sorry about that. So when Clone Wars hit theaters and Cartoon Network show began, there was actually a video game version of it, and by the looks of it, it was very fun. Oh yeah, and the DS version came out with it as well. And of course, it was the very first video game to like do the whole characters interacting with each other while fighting. Like for example, when you're fighting Obi-Wan, he says, Obi-Wan. And yeah, like this was before MK9 and Injustice 2 when characters get to interact with each other. This is the one before that. Alright, now on to the actual games. Just like Breath of the Wild was the final Wii U game, while Breath of the Wild was on Switch, and this was like GameCube and Wii era back then. Let me tell you, Twilight Princess was definitely the way to go. Because of its like modern and darker look, and it was actually pretty cool at the time. People wanted a dark Zelda game, and believe me, you know what? That's just my guess, but I like Link the way he is. Like, this is my favorite version of Link. Like, truthfully, it's the N64, but this design kicks ass. Like, I love the darker green and the green cap and all the other stuff, and believe me, this is the design I'm going for. And yeah, I just love how dark everything looks. Like, we've seen Link turn into a dog, and yeah, Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess was a true classic. And of course, Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. Super Mario Galaxy, both those games were very iconic, and they were both masterpieces. And believe me, the game is pretty fun. And of course, I would just unplug my Wii, take it everywhere, find a random TV at my old youth center, and basically play the game from there. Well, we don't have to do that anymore thanks to Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Yes, you can still buy that game, and yeah, I killed the Mario's Dead meme. The Wii had some awesome cool features of its own, like it had the Wii Remote, of course, where you can point stuff, of course, using the point sensor thing. And yeah. Like sure, the Wii wasn't really that much back in the day for only a tiny bit of people's issues, but hey, it was a true classic along with a bunch of awesome games. Like, I have Donkey Kong Country Returns on my 3DS because, hey, I want to play that game everywhere I go. And these are all the unused Wii logos that Nintendo was trying to come up with. And yeah. Can you even believe it? The Wii was from 2006 all the way to 2012. Sure, ain't that much, but a console that's lasting that long forever? I mean, oh my god, that is very magnificent. Like, the Wii is a true masterpiece, I will give it that. And yeah, there were other third parties out there like the other stuff, and yeah, Iwata is still a good president, and I will still forever miss him. He would be also proud of the Switch's success as well. And of course, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. While Skyward Sword was a little bit, in my opinion, but hey, it's still a good Zelda game. Like, rather than making Link dark again, like always, the developer decided to make him more colorful and more cleaner. I think the real reason they're doing this is to let new gen kids try out Link and dig into his new look, and yeah. I also like this look better. Like, I also love this version of Zelda better. Like, see how he's more cleanish and more clean than Twilight Princess. And yeah, I think my wild guess is Nintendo really loved this game, so I'm assuming that's why they did the YouTube shorts with Goose and Legend of Zelda, the other stuff. And yeah, and to be honest, I'm starting to like this game a little bit as well. I'm very stunned. And of course, Link sleeping on a toilet. Very iconic. Wait, there's one last game I want to talk about. How can I ever forget Super Smash Bros. Brawl? This game was definitely a masterpiece at the time. It gave all the characters darker looks. Like, Nintendo's like, you know what? We gave Zelda a darker look. How about for our next Smash Bros. Game, let's give the other characters a more darker look. And they actually did. Okay, the Brawl Mario design was pretty cool and prime back then. And yeah. Oh, and let's not forget the day where they announced Sonic the Hedgehog. Holy crap, let me tell you, that was a day that exploded and blew up the world from the internet. And here, I'm gonna say this right now, I love the Brawl Sonic design. Just like the Melee Mario, the Brawl Sonic design is my favorite definitive design as well. And yeah. Of course, we move on to the Wii U. Now, I understand this console got a lot of hate. I mean, I understand this console was a failure for Nintendo. Do not get me wrong, it did have its lots and lots of fair share of problems. And yes, of course, it had free online. But before I talk about that, let's talk about the console itself. I mean, the Wii U is still a good console in my opinion. Like, I don't see it as a failure at all. I mean, sure, it was a failure, but at least it was still a fun console. And sadly, during the time, it was failing. Iwata did make it fun though, but sadly, there was another divided fan base. Like, there was another fan base that hated Iwata because of the whole third part, other forgotten characters or whatever they're called, and I felt very bad for Iwata. So I'm assuming someone told him about it while the Wii U was failing. I mean, we are all thankful, all of us are very thankful that the Switch is the only console we've got. I mean, this console saved Nintendo's ass from bankruptcy. And look what happens now. There were a lot of good successful games for the Switch, and I don't care what anyone says, I would say the Wii ports are the way to go. I mean, we got Galaxy, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD, and we don't even know what's going to come next. Hopefully Donkey Kong Country. Other than that, I want to wish the Wii a happy 15th anniversary. So yeah, hope you guys liked this video, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So peace out.
It's me, Mario!